she's trying to work a normal job and be normal while her 19-year-old husband is in Afghanistan. I come home and I'm dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. We get pregnant. We have a kid, which is traumatic in itself. Then I get word I'm deploying within a 2 days notice to Pakistan. Then we find out she's pregnant again. Then I leave, and she doesn't hear from me because the ship communication, as you guys may know, is horrible. My daughter was born on December 31st, 2010. My son was born on February 20th, 2010. My wife had 2 kids in 2010 because Savannah was born prematurely. Savannah was born on New Year's Eve.
That is fascinating.
Yes. That same moment, New Year's Eve, while she's giving birth to our daughter, I am in Kuwait, landing in Kuwait off the USS Kearsarge, getting ready to go into Afghanistan, and she has no idea because I haven't been able to get a hold of her because she's in labor. So I couldn't tell her I was going to Afghanistan. I believe my mother had to tell her. I didn't get to speak to her after Savannah was born until my anniversary, which was also in February of the following year. So she is the strongest person that I am thankful because she anchored me, and she still does to this day. I mean, we spoke before the podcast, but she's currently walking around our house pregnant with our 6th child. So we have a lot of children, and she's always willing and able to support me even post-military service. So yeah, I wouldn't have been able to be the Marine, and I definitely would be the man I am right now if she wouldn't be my life. I'm very thankful that God or the universe or however you want to see it put us together so young and so early, because I definitely wouldn't be able to be talking to you this fondly of my military experience if I didn't have someone putting aside maybe how she felt at times to write me a letter to put a smile on my face while I was over there. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, obviously she is, man. That's powerful. And as I like to say, I don't like to stick my foot through a Picasso when somebody has such wonderful things to say, and it's it really hits home as much as your service and what you did in Afghanistan and what you've been through. And you hear a person talk about his wife like that. It's very powerful, and I appreciate you sharing with that. I really do.
Yeah. No. Well, talking about her is the easiest thing I can do, man.
Yeah, it's easier than talking about yourself, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I get to talk about my military experience to some people, but I don't get to share it on a medium where I know people are going to hear it and say, "Oh man, those things sound so familiar." Maybe not exactly, but oh man, yeah, being on a ship is horrible. Or oh man, I had a kid too while I was deployed. That's crazy. Just being able to have that camaraderie that I speak to a lot of people here and they're like, man, I couldn't imagine that because they unfortunately for them they can't understand it. So
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Hey, listen, it means a lot to Travis and I that you took the time to speak with us and share. If there's anything else you'd like to share or discuss as you think, you're always welcome back at any time. Yeah. Because I think that I really enjoyed this. I learned a lot, but I could really feel your heart through it, and you made the first interview with the Marine a very powerful one and a very. Like I said, we always appreciate your service and all you do. And I hope once this gets broadcast, and it'll be out in a few weeks, that it's something that your family will get a lot out of as well, because it's kind of a neat thing to share.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it.
Kev, you do a great job of representing the infantry. You are absolutely a phenomenal patriot, and your wife's service as well. In that story, it is very powerful. Greatly appreciate talking with you this evening.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
All right, my friend. We that's going to do it for us for this episode of General Quarters. We appreciate Kev and everything he's done and what he said. And we'll if there's anything that you'd like to ask questions or talk to, we'll be posting that to our UFP and General Quarters Facebook pages. you'll be able to log on there and look forward, Kev. I'll send you the links there too. So if anybody has anything or any questions they have for you, if you don't mind, maybe you could correspond a little bit.
Oh no, of course, man. I'd love to. It'd be great.
Great. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us, and we wish you all the best. Too.
Yep, salute you.
This has been a production of MTMR Media Works.